I didn't like the way you talked to my brother Roy. Now, you gotta try to remember, that's a rule around here. You gotta be nice to Roy.
Carl, you're making it pretty hard for our friendship to grow.
I swear, you do beat all. I'll say this, that brother Roy man sure got his hands full.
Still paining you?
A little bit, yes. Say, I bet you're Miss Cora. Mr. Rockford told me all about the nice lady that saved my life.
Mr. Rockford doesn't know all about me.
He couldn't figure out how a nice lady like you come to get mixed up with a bunch of bandits like you are. Now, did I say something wrong? If I did, I'm sorry.
You know the truth always hurts.
Is there anything that I could do to help?
Just what could you do to help?
Like Mr. Rock and I do. When one of us has a problem, we just talk. I could talk to you and listen. Sometimes it does a lot of good. Don't you think so?
You're too nice a fella, Jesse, to worry about somebody like me.
You worry about other people.
I do?
You worried about me. And I think you worry about those poor fellows in the mine, too. I don't think you believe people should be treated like that at all. I think it makes a nice lady like you just sick to see a thing like that.
You do?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Well, let me tell you something, Jess. There isn't much nice lady left in me. But what there is screams out to them to stop it. But they never hear it. Because it's all here inside.
Please don't go, Miss Cora.
I think I better, Jess. I can't afford the luxury of a friend.
Spoke to the man. Almost every one of them says the same thing. What's the use? Every time we try to break out of here, somebody gets killed or whipped.
That's right, Rockford. After the Collins thing, we made up our mind to just go along, keep working and wait them out. Sooner or later, they're going to get enough silver and make tracks. That's when we're going to bust out of here, when they're gone.
You don't think for a minute they're going to leave anybody in here alive, do you? Look, there are 15 men in here. 15 men who would search the face of the earth for any one of them. No. When they leave, they're going to leave clean.
Rockford's right, Barnes. We got to figure we're going to get killed anyway. What do we have to lose?
All I'm asking is that you cooperate with me. Now, I don't have all the details worked out yet, but when I do, we may have to act fast. We've all got to be together or nothing will work. We've got Jess on the outside. That's one advantage.
Rockford! Oh, looks like it's your turn again, Rockford.
Carl gets his, I hope it's the hard way.
Judge here, he's come to fetch you to Roy. He wants to see you.
I was wondering how long it would be before Roy couldn't stand the suspense. That's our second advantage. Maynard, keep talking to the men. Convince them that we do have a chance. I'll be back.
Rest of you boys get lined up for supper.
Roy, your supper's getting cold.
I don't know why you're letting this Rockford fella get you so upset. Why you bringing him here, anyway?
Why don't you shut up?
Roy, your supper.
You too. I'll make Rockford see things my way, and I'll do it without the help of any of you. Ignore me, will he? Sit down there in that mine and make believe he isn't even interested in staying alive. Well, I don't believe it. He's bluffing.
Why don't you kill him, then?
Because I have use for him.
Can't you think of another way of getting rid of the silver?
I said that Mr. Rockford was going to do it for me, and Mr. Rockford is going to do it. Cora, another plate. You, Judd, and Grant eat in the kitchen. Mr. Rockford is having supper with me. I want you to know that I'm aware of what you were trying to do. You were going to wait me out, hoping that I would come to you. Well, I did, Mr. Rockford. But not for the reason you think.
No, of course not.
I think we've both been acting like children, playing a little game of cat and mouse. And I must confess that I enjoy such a contest as much as anybody. But we're not children, Mr. Rockford. We're men. And there really isn't any game at all. I'm offering you a business proposition. You perform a service for me, in return for which you and Jess stay alive. It's as simple as that. And I've come to the conclusion that I haven't been treating a prospective business partner with the proper courtesy.
Mind if I sit down? I've put in a pretty long day.
No, of course not. There's no need for you to suffer in that manner. Simply cooperate with me, and you and Jess can live as comfortably as I do. Of course, I can't remove your manacles just yet. We both know you'll try to escape if you can. Isn't that right?
Oh, yes. I wouldn't pass up a chance of escaping for the world.
Of course, you realize that it's been tried before. And the men have only suffered for their efforts. So profit by their experience, Mr. Rockford. Escape is impossible. You're an intelligent man.
You're an intelligent man, too, Budinger. Too bad you didn't channel your career along more legitimate lines. You could have been a great success.
I am a great success, Mr. Rockford. I have a fortune in silver. I'm ready to retire to a life of luxury. So you see, your side of the law is not always the best. Compare our two positions right now, for instance.
Maybe that's the game we're playing, Budinger.
Do we have to go back to that again?
Well, no, I don't think we ever left it. You see, no man likes to give up what he has tried to build all his life. He keeps hoping to prove that his way was the right way. Now, you, for instance, you're feeling pretty smug right now because you think you've achieved everything you've ever wanted your way. Well, I'm no different. Now you're asking me to suddenly join you in a criminal act, to do something that's directly contrary to my way. So there is a game, Budinger. A pretty important game. And no one has won it. Or lost it. Yet.
Be realistic, Rockford.
I think I am. You'll be holding Jess as a threat to me. It's his life that'll be in jeopardy then. So I think he should have a voice in the matter. I can't make a decision that involves his life without talking to him first.
That's reasonable, I think, and easily arranged. You can spend the night in his room. By morning, I'll expect an answer.
It's fair enough.
And you'll have all night to plan your escape. Let's have a bite to eat.
Jess, Roy is convinced we're plotting an escape. So you can be sure that he's going to take steps to find out all he can about it. And we're going to cooperate with him.
Do you really have something in mind, Mr. Rock?
Two things. One is for Roy's information, so he'll help us put the other one into effect.
But how are we going to get word to Roy?
Well, now, It wouldn't surprise me if Cora became much friendlier to you all of a sudden. She might even act like she wants to help us.
That's just it, Mr. Rock. I got a feeling that she just might do that.
Well, now, she might want to. But Roy is her husband. She's never crossed him before, and there's no reason to think that she'd start now. Particularly when you ask her for a gun to kill the man she loves.
Good morning, Mr. Rockford.
Don't you ever do that again, Grant.
If I was you, mister, I'd keep my mouth shut. Roy told me I wasn't to hit you no more. But I might have to show you. I can do my own thinking.
Grant! What did I tell you about that?
I ain't taking no more of his lip, no matter what anybody says.
Grant! No, Judge.
You ain't always gonna be able to stop me, Roy.
You better learn something from what just happened. Grant had a lesson coming. And the day comes you need it, you'll get it.
You shouldn't have let Rockford do that, Roy.
Next time, follow orders.
For what? For a share of the silver we might not even get? And we don't like the way you're wasting time with Rockford here. You're gonna get us all in trouble by waiting around trying to get him to do what you want him to do.
Grant and me, we want our share now.
You'd be caught the first time you tried to cash in a bar of that silver. This is a big operation. And there's no place in the planning of it for two illiterates like you.
It's because you got a bunch of books. That doesn't give you the right to treat us like dirt.
No, but the very fact that I have read all those books gives me the right to do the thinking. And there's nothing that either of you can do about it.
I'd kill you right now. So could Grant.
Go ahead. At the same time, kill your chances of ever seeing that silver. Because you'll never find it. Well, supposing we forget all this and try to remember that we're brothers. We're all striving for the same goal. I need you, and you need me. Go wash your face, Grant. Judd, sit down. Over there. I want to talk to Mr. Rockford. Well, Mr. Rockford, you promised me a decision this morning.
Yeah, so I did.
Well?
I figure I still need a little more time.
Now, what are you stalling for, Mr. Rockford? Time to plan an escape?
Well, I don't feel I should agree to your proposition until I've explored all the other possibilities.
What if I told you that your future stalling will be done back in the mine?
Well, I wouldn't like it. But I guess that's where I'd go if you said so.
And I say so. Judd, take him back to Carl. And this time, you stay until you ask for me. Stop it, Cora.
You used to like to have your neck rubbed when you were troubled.
Yeah.
I know you don't love me anymore, Roy. You did once. But I do understand you. I know just what you're going through right now. It's the way you are, and can't help it. Defeating a man like Rockford means more to you than the thing you want him to do.
Well, there aren't many things that a man like me can enjoy, Cora. And a challenge such as Rockford presents is stimulating, I must admit. But if he doesn't come through, it might take months to find somebody else to handle the silver for me. And I don't want to wait months, not even days. The one big success of my life is within my grasp, Cora. And I'm going to hold on to it tenaciously. I'll bring Rockford to his knees before I quit.
Please be careful. He's very dangerous.
Do you really care what happens to me?
I love you, Roy.
Well, maybe I still love you too. I don't know.
No. Just that you always turn to me when you're troubled. That's why I stay, Roy. Those troubled moments.
You haven't had anything to drink yet this morning.
No.
And your hair. It looks nice.
I knew you'd be needing me this morning.
Roy and Brett. Stop. Come on. Hey, boys! I think I ought to tell you. It ain't gonna work. Roy already knows what you're planning. I just sent Judd after him and Grant. Your friend Jess made the mistake of trying to get Cora to help you. Now, you're just gonna get yourselves in a peck of trouble if you ain't back working when Roy gets here.
Remember, men, when Roy gets here, let him take you back to the cell without a fight.
I'm staying with you, Matt.
Thanks, Al. But it might not work with both of us back here. Where one is bait, two might scare him off.
Well, try and understand, Matt. I've got another reason. I'm a marshal. I've got to have a hand in this. I've got to let them know what it costs to do a thing like this to me. I've got to make them feel me.
Sorry, Al. I'm sorry, Al. It's got to be this way. Here. Help me wrap these chains so the noise doesn't give me away.
That's enough of that foolishness back there!
Why don't you come on back here and make us go to work, Carl? Yeah, bring your whip and we'll wrap it around your neck.
Shut up!
What's the matter, Carl? You scared?
Hey, laughing boy! What's the matter? I don't hear you laughing no more! What? Maynard! Maynard, come back here!
He's dead. Get the key. Rockford, I know you're responsible for this, and I'm through playing games with you. Unless you want to see the other men suffer for your blunder, come on out of there right now.
Let the others come out first, Buddier. They'll come peacefully.
Send them out.
All right, now remember, no fight.
Count 'em. Come on, hurry it up. Lock him in. Rockford! Rockford, come out of there. Darkness isn't going to help you. If the only way I can win is to kill you, I'll do it.
I've reached my decision, Roy. Why don't you come back here and talk it over with me?
Grant? Judd? He's all yours.
Judd, Grant! Did you get him? Judd? Grant? Rockford!
Roy, I think you ought to know it. Both Judd and Grant are out of it. Roy, you're through. Get Judd, he's in number 2.
What's happened?
Stay out of it, Cora. Keep away.
You've got a lot of things to answer for, Roy, and I want you to stay alive to do it. This is for Maynard. This is for Barnes. This is for Gus.
He needed that, Mr. Rockford. More than anybody else in the world.
I feel sorry for you, Cora.
Don't be. Maybe it's hard for you to understand. But when a woman loves a man, she takes him as he is. She takes his abuse, because even that's attention. Because there are times in between when he needs her. If he needs her enough, he may even love her. That's what she waits for, Mr. Rockford. That's what she lives for. Roy and I'll die for what we've done. I know that. But it's all right. Because until we do, until that moment, I think you'll love me again.
All the men who had been prisoners of the Buddingers were paid for their labors out of Roy's silver, according to the length of time they'd spent in bondage. Jess and I got paid, too, better than anybody. We got to go home to Cimarron City. See you in the morning, Art.
I think I'll turn in, too. Good night, Matt.
Good night.